Hi, welcome to another episode of MCC Connnects. I'm Mary Jo Griffin. Joining me today is Pam Flaherty, Dean of Students, and Dan Martin, Director of Safety for the college. Welcome to both of you. So we're going to talk a little bit about college safety, but first, Dan, how did you come to Middlesex Community College? Give us a little bit of your background.
I've been in security for about 20 years, and I came to the college about 8 years ago. I've been here ever since.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pam, how is the campus safety related to the Dean of Students?
It's interesting because most of what Dan and I do is tag team a lot. So he sort of structurally is under the facilities side, but because we interact so often during the day, we're probably tag teamed quite often together.
So let's start with the facility part of it. We have two campuses, so how do you keep the campuses, when you think of the campuses, the buildings, the parking lots, how do you keep the campuses safe?
We have a contract security company, and we have around-the-clock security. We do building patrols.
I know you give out tickets, parking tickets if somebody's parked illegally on campus. Yes. But how does that affect a student or anybody who's parking on campus? If they get a ticket, where does that ticket end up?
Well, if they don't pay it, it will end up at the Registry of Motor Vehicles.
Oh, really?
So when they go to renew their license or their registration, they'll have to come back and pay that fine.
Let's turn it now to talk about the safety of students, and I'm sure that's probably foremost in your thoughts on a daily basis. And I don't think a week goes by that we don't see something on the news or something in the media about students or student safety. I think there were two this week where schools are being sent envelopes of white powder. Then there was another student who was who texted somebody they were going to bring a gun. You must be bombarded on a daily basis with, or are you bombarded on a daily basis?
Yeah, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, we're not, thank goodness, we're the ones that aren't getting the white powder. But we always have to be prepared for stuff like that. And I think with Middlesex, we've been really prepared. We've done we have an emergency management team, and we can talk a little bit about that later if you need to. But we also have a team on campus that we call our Student Assessment Intervention Team. And it's made up of a group of folks across the campus who have a lot of touch points with students. And what I mean by that is they work directly with students. So our counseling area, our disability support area, our international student area, campus safety, we all sit on the team. And we meet once a month, if needed. And we assess student concerns on campus.
So let's talk a little bit about, we have some emergency management a team right on our campus, because I've gone to some of the trainings.
Yep.
So tell the viewers what that's all about.
Well, we have a team made up of there's 3 layers where we've all gone through extensive training. Different layers have gone through different layers of training, where we do NIMS training, which is the type of training that is across emergency management teams that include fire safety, and police all use that same language.
Okay.
So we go through that training, and we had a grant from Safe Schools. I think we received it a few years ago, and with that grant we were able to really vamp up our emergency management team. And with that we did the trainings, and then we also did some mock disasters. And so we've had the opportunity to really run through some events and learn, what's working, what's not working. We found that, one of our first things that we found was not working well was our communication system. Our phones had dead spots on the Bedford campus. And so we solved that by going with a different provider. Something as easy as that, you don't want to find out in the middle of a real emergency.
Well, it's wonderful that the community now knows that the school, at least Middlesex Community College, is on top of any kind of safety issues, everything from cyber to parking. Yeah. All right, Pam Flaherty, Dean of Students, thank you so much. Dan Martin, Director of Security at Middlesex Community College, thank you for taking the time today.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mary Jo.
We're going to take a short break. Please join me for the next segment of MCC Connnects.